Hello everybody, I am coming to you today because I want to talk about my favorite literary couples. Now I realize that yesterday was Valentine's Day and I'm seeing everybody posting their top 5 couples and I'm like, darn it, I should have done this sooner, but college has been crazy, so I haven't been able to film this until now. So hey, it's like, come on, I can talk about this now. It doesn't matter that it's not Valentine's Day anymore. It's like, there is no bad time to talk about fictional love. So I'm going to talk about my favorite literary couples. Now, I don't really have a big list, because as I was scanning my shelves, I realized that there's not a lot of couples that really do it for me. There's a select few that really, really I love to death. And I realized that I have way more OTPs in, like, cartoons and TV shows. So if you want to hear me talk about my favorite OTPs from, like, cartoons and TV shows, I'd like to do that in the future, so let me know if I should do that. But here we go. We're going to start this off, and I have 4, so we're going to start from the 4th one and just go from there. So, the 4th couple that I love to death is Bryce and Julie from Flipped. Now, this is one of my favorite books also. It's so sweet and adorable, and these characters are just, wow. If you haven't read this book, it's about this kid, Bryce, and also this girl, Julie. Now, this is also something that's really great about this book is that the fact that they have there's 2 point of views, and I love multiple point of views. So basically, Bryce is telling his half of the story, and Julie's telling her half, and it's really fun to follow their journey as they grow up. But basically, Bryce moves into the neighborhood and when he and Julie are in 2nd grade, and Julie, when she meets him, she falls for him immediately. She thinks he's the greatest thing ever, and he's like, you're kinda creepy. But basically the story goes on, and it's just their journey of him like kind of falling for her, and her kind of like, do I really care about him? So it's really interesting take on a crush and different sides of a crush, but when they do kind of like, just the way that they think about each other, and as he starts to fall in love with her, is the cutest thing, and I love them, and my headcanon is that they go throughout life they're the cutest couple in high school, and everyone's jealous, and they're just like, oh, Bryce and Julie are perfect, because they are, let's be honest. But yeah, if you haven't read this book, you really should. It's so fun and sweet, and you will love Bryce and Julie. They're so great. So, my number 3 is Percy and Annabeth from Percy Jackson and the Heroes of Olympus series. Now, this is also one of my favorite book series of all time. This is just, it's so great. I can't believe it took me so long to read it. I didn't read it until, like, last summer. I wish I would have gotten into it sooner because it's so fun, and I love these characters. I love Percy and Annabeth because Percy, he is so sweet and fun and loyal and brave and smart, and he's hilarious. Annabeth is so freaking smart and such a tough, like, she's so great and awesome. I love how they work together. I love, like, they kind of grew up together, so they went through all this stuff, and then they fall in love, and it's just, watching them go through all that to finally realize how much they care about each other is awesome. And I love how in the Heroes of Olympus series, we get to see them as a couple, and they're such a good team. I love couples that are a good team. They got each other's back. They're such great leaders. And the thing I also love is the fact that I love Annabeth because, she's blonde. And you notice that sometimes in media and books, blondes aren't taken seriously, and I love that Rick made her blonde. And she's just so smart and tough, and everybody always is like, Annabeth's got the plan. What's the plan, Annabeth? And Percy does that. I love how much he respects her and how much he values her opinion. And he's just like, what's the plan? He knows he can't do this without Annabeth. And they just work so well together, and I love these guys. They are so great. They're so great. Love Percy and Annabeth. Babies. They're just so perfect. Okay, my number 2 should not come as a surprise to anyone. It's Eleanor and Park, from Eleanor and Park. Now, if you've seen my review, you know how I feel about this book. You know how I feel about these characters. I love these guys. I love their love. I love how, like, she made him so passionate and bold, wanted to fight for something, and he was her rock, and he just, like, made life normal, and it was the best thing ever, and their conversations are so funny and smart, and she doesn't take any crap and doesn't, like, let him do anything stupid. She's like, that was stupid. She calls him out. I love it. And they're there for each other, and I loved them so much. I could go on forever, and if you want to hear me go on forever, you should check out my review, because I gushed to no end. Oh, Eleanor and Park. So, my number one favorite literary couple of all time is, drumroll please, it is Anne Shirley and Gilbert Blythe from the Anne of Green Gables series. Oh, this couple. Now, first of all, I need to explain something, because Anne of Green Gables is, to me, what Harry Potter is to a majority of people in my generation. I didn't grow up with Harry Potter. Now, I'm not saying I don't like Harry Potter. I really like Harry Potter. It's such, wow, Harry Potter. I mean, it's so great, but the thing is, I did not read it when everyone else did. I didn't read it until I was 16, and I still liked it. I still think the characters are awesome. There's a bunch of great love stories in there, but I grew up with this. Throughout middle school and high school, I read this all the time. I have literally gone through this series 15 times, possibly more. I've lost count. I've read it so many times. These stories are so great. I love coming back to them. They're so heartwarming and sweet and fun, and all the characters are awesome. So good. It's like home to me. Green Gables is home. I love it. And of course, I love Anne. Anne is my favorite character of all time. Like, no matter what I say in the future, Anne Shirley is my favorite character of all time. And the love of her life is like, Gilbert Blythe is like the perfect guy. Oh my goodness. Now I noticed something with my OTPs, is I will love a couple if they hate each other, but then they fall in love, or they grew up together, and then they fall in love, or they're best friends, and then they fall in love. They have all of that. Like, when they first meet, he does something stupid, it makes her hate him for, like, years, and then they become friends, and then they fall in love. It's just watching them develop through the whole years, and watching their love, it's so beautiful. They're best friends. They really respect each other, and love each other, and he thinks she's the greatest thing, and he would constantly trying to make himself better for her. And it just, oh, I love Anne and Gilbert. They're so wonderful. I could go on forever, and I really want to. But I just, yeah, Anne and Gilbert, they're incredible. They really are. And they are my favorite love story of all time. So, those are my top 4 literary couples. If you want to see me talk about my favorite couples from cartoons or TV shows, I'd love to do a video on that. Let me know if you want me to do that. And, yeah. Oh, it's also, if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's @thewally3t12. And that's all I gotta say. Hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.